Exactly 1 week after labeling Manipur police's investigation lethargic and tardy, India's Supreme Court resumed hearing pleas related to the ongoing ethnic clashes in Manipur earlier this afternoon. The apex court wants to restore a sense of confidence in the rule of law in the state. Among its several other observations and directives, the Chief Justice-headed bench has decided to constitute a committee of 3 former High Court judges in the matter. The committee set up by the top court will include Justice Geeta Mittal. She is the former Chief Justice of Jammu and Kashmir High Court. It will also include Justices Shalini Joshi and Asha Menon. An IPS officer has also been selected to assist the 3-member committee. This committee will be looking at areas including relief and remedial measures. However, it will not be involved in the ongoing criminal investigation. The court also ordered the state government to provide adequate security to the 3 women judges. Interestingly, India's apex court has also ordered that 42 special investigation teams will be looking at cases which have not been transferred to Central Bureau of Investigation. As many as 6,523 FIRs have been registered from May to July in Manipur. Out of these, the centre has urged that 11 FIRs linked to violence against women and children may be transferred to the CBI and tried out of Manipur. 5 police officers of at least deputy superintendent rank will be brought into the CBI from various states. The officers will function within the 4 corners of infrastructure and administrative structure of CBI. These SITs will be supervised by DIG ranked officers from outside Manipur. Each officer will monitor 6 SITs to ensure correct investigations. But that's not it. The Supreme Court has also announced adding 1 more layer of scrutiny. The top court has identified a former IPS officer who commands wide experience in similar investigations. According to the court, it will not be a textbook SIT, but an additional oversight. The former IPS officer and the 3-judge committee will directly share their observations with the Supreme Court. On August 1st, the top court said there was a complete breakdown of law and order and constitutional machinery in Manipur. It had also wrapped the state police for a tardy and lethargic probe of incidents of ethnic violence. Separately, 5 policemen are also suspended over the Manipur horror video case earlier this morning. At least 150 people have been killed and several hundred injured since ethnic violence broke out in the state on May 3rd after a tribal solidarity march was organized in the hill districts to protest against the majority community's demand for scheduled tribe status. Let's talk more about this. Kailash Vasdev is a senior advocate at the Supreme Court of India, is now joining us live from New Delhi. Thank you very much for joining us at this hour. How far will the moves laid out by the Supreme Court go to resolving over 6,500 cases that have arisen over the last couple of months in Manipur? What sort of a timeline do you see?
See, this is an investigation which has been ordered by the Supreme Court in circumstances which has disturbed the conscience of the court. Special investigation teams have been set up. There are 6,000 cases, 6,000 FIRs. So they'll be distributed between them. I'm fairly hopeful that if they get the correct cooperation from the prosecution and the evidences, these cases should come to an end within a reasonable period of time. By our standards, a year.
If I may ask, has enough been done to control the situation in Manipur so far, even by this ruling by the Supreme Court?
See, this is an order by the Supreme Court into investigation. Law and order falls into the domain of the government. Now, the government has now got to come into the picture. They have evidently deployed various police forces and armed forces for purposes of maintaining the law and order. The Supreme Court will definitely send a message to everybody that you have got to maintain law and order and protect the citizens of the state, because enough violence has taken place, enough embarrassment has taken place to the people, especially the women of the state. So therefore, this is definitely going to have a very positive impact in restoring some semblance of correctness in the government's approach to this whole situation.
All right, finally, and this is a quick one, do you have any hope following the Supreme Court's decision over the case that is happening in Manipur?
Yes, I have full faith because this is an order of the Supreme Court. And the order of the Supreme Court cannot be taken lightly. The Supreme Court has come into the picture because it has felt that there has been enough damage caused all around, and especially in the breakdown of the law and order situation. Having said that, the court has interfered in this matter and taken things into its own hands to ensure that justice is done to everyone.
All right, I've been talking to Kailash Vasdev. He is a senior advocate at the Supreme Court of India. Kailash, thank you very much for your inputs and for talking to WION World is One today.
Thank you for having me.